artist in residence?
You
Just to
gotta
label
come
it
back
for
on now
her?
and see
Yes,
if
I
you're
do.
bouncing
One
me.
second.
Thank you.
It is Megan, but let me get the last name as well.
This has got to be in the right
You
third
can
or
just
the
send it
left
to me in
third?
the
The
chat,
right third.
Monica.
Sounds great.
Roger.
Thanks.
Something like that.
Something like that.
Yeah. I guess a bit.
You want to go like super slow or?
Well, we are half knot usual.
Half knot.
Not very slow. Half knot is our
Why
transect.
is that thing doing that? It won't take a decimal.
Ideally, we should have dusted those plates.
With the T-boss, we didn't bring it with us.
Okay, you ready?
That's swifter.
You happy with this angle dangle here?
Okay, is this a real survey?
Yeah.
Yes.
This is the real deal, okay.
You ready,
This
Steph?
is it.
Ready
I'm
for
ready.
the real deal?
Yeah.
Who starts
And a bit more to the right, the bones.
Bones to the right.
The bones to the right, a bit more.
Move the ROV left. That will make the bones go to the right. Something like that.
Like that, yeah.
Roger.
All right, starting.
Let it settle there for a second, see if it's going to do its thing. Yeah, happy?
Yeah, yeah.
Alexa, move the ROV forward 10 meters, please.
All right, there's
You're
your start.
starting? Okay. Thank you.
Tell me if it's too fast.
As low as it can get.
Oh, I can go slower.
Yeah, low, I think he said.
Yeah.
I thought we were supposed to be between 3 and 4 meters, so I'm at 3. I can go lower.
Is this good, Fabio, or you want
no,
lower
no,
than
it's
3?
good. I meant slower.
Oh, slower.
Yeah, it said.
Yeah,
As
he did
slow
say
as
slower.
That's my bad.
Don't seem to be going anywhere.
Too slow.
It's like
We're
really
going backwards.
Slow. Alexis being bad ROV.
Technically, that's as slow as you can go.
Backwards?
or stationary.
Stationary.
What am I doing wrong?
Oh, I think the, there it goes, it took. So we're having that lateral problem again with the, like.
Oh, this
Yeah.
silly thing.
So the auto XY doesn't kick in if it's getting that slight lateral command.
Roger. Does not seem to be kicking in.
It's going.
That'll be an interesting thing to check.
Oh, it just stopped.
The fact that those checkerboards are covered. If we'll have a hard time to.
Okay, I'm gonna have
And that's
to
with the
fly it
photogrammetry
manually or
software?
Alexa,
Well, it
Manual.
helps
Holiday.
to give you the scale, right? Of stitch all the images together. The reference, right?
I've slowed the screen caps.
Cannot connect to internet.
We can keep down this line, passing through the skull and jawbone
Roger.
at the same
Maybe.
pattern.
My tether's not tangled around Atalanta yet. There it is out the back. Maybe.
Can be to the left a little bit, to the
Left a little, Roger.
left a little. Yeah. Yeah. that's it for the line. I think
Roger.
it's time, hey?
Nobody said it's time yet. Do you want to
Yeah.
do a line in the other direction since we're
Yeah.
here?
Let's do it then. Can we go back?
It's a dream come true for
Sure.
you.
Yeah.
Let's come up a bit and spin Atalanta around.
Roger.
So we can keep an eye on the tether there.
Yeah.
Are these legit sea pigs, Fabio?
Legit.
Awesome.
As legit as you can get.
Awesome. Never gets old. Love sea pigs.
What's an illegitimate sea pig look like?
A gummy squirrel
A little too
or
much.
just a random holothurian.
Oh.
Any other holothurian that's doesn't shape like a pig,
Yeah, exactly. Gotta get the legit sea pigs. Authentic.
like this guys.
Right.
These are
So-
Polypodidus, that the one that
How
flies.
do I get this lateral thing off of here?
Or
For-
this
Rip the
guys.
joystick
Real
out
quick,
of
for
the-
line 1, do we want
Okay.
it in the right again? Because we're coming back. Or do, I guess,
Line 1, we came on this side, right? But
oh, same as line 3, but on the other side.
I wonder
Line
if-
2 goes down the center.
Oh, you know what? I think
You'll
it
have to
doesn't
come
matter.
Down now, Jake. Down,
I'm
down,
on
down.
the way.
If it takes too much to adjust, I mean, we just go back.
Do we want to
this-
just go back line
Yeah.
2 down the center? And then turn around again? Or
Yeah, we could do, yeah. Oh yeah, line 2, yeah. Right on top of the vertebrae.
Roger.
So,
and on
well-
top of the skull, in the center of the skeleton.
yeah, well,
Come right down, Jake, till there's hit.
Till I hit the seabed?
Come
Just
down
joking.
5 meters. Okay, you guys ready?
ready.
Here we go.
Line 2.
Starting?
Headed south.
Yeah, line 2.
225.
Okay.
You can come up a bit as they come closer, but I would wait till the last second. It's pulling on me a little there, so.
The Atalanta backlighting.
Yeah. Let me come up really slow, 5 meters.
Really slow, 5 meters.
What did happen to its fin bones? Like, shouldn't it have some arms? And some ribs?
The ribs are gone. There's 2 theories about it. One, that the Osedax, the bone-eating worms, they just ate at the whole thing.
Uh-huh.
There was also a theory that potentially it was a troll, but that was kind of up high in the sky, because there's trolling in this area for rockfish, right? But there's no troll marks anywhere. But that's what the authors of that paper, Lundsten and all, they said it could either be the fact some bones have more oil in them, and that's the case of the rib. And if they're more oil, they
Come on in again.
hypothesized that
Up a
there
bit
was
more down.
the Osedax worms that were degrading the bones very fast.
Tastier.
Are we going to do another pass?
Yeah, the last
Yeah.
one.
Okay.
Since we're here, and
This is
Up
line
a bit
3.
now
more
on the
this time,
Coming up.
Come right up.
starboard side. And we're gonna have the bones on the left, of course.
Roger, on
Pardon
my
me.
left. Okay, you ready?
Ready.
Yep.
Yep.
There we go. You'll have to come down.
Coming
for
down.
magic. Sorry, I'm not quite 045 there. Okay, 045.
Have you already started it, Dan?
I just adjusted my heading a little bit there, but
So we'll start
Yeah.
again, or kind of?
No,
or
it's
is it still?
okay.
It's still okay.
It's okay.
are you good?
Just checking. Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Kips, you'll have to come down more, Jake's dragging me around. Not sure what's going on. So when I hold 045, maybe I'll put a little on the bank. There we go.
This is a question here, Fabio, about rockfish. And it says that it's a fairly common name, but are these the ones that can live for like 200 years? These ones down here?
I wouldn't know exactly if this species lives 200 years. I don't know.
Fair enough. I know that...
I think this is the Sebastolobus alascanus. So maybe you can...
Celestilobus.
It's short spine, thorny head.
Short spine, thorny head.
Such an offensive name.
Offensive?
Yeah, short spine, thorny head. Be like a real insult if you said that to someone.
Your thorny head.
You're a short spine, thorny head. It's a sandlot insult right there.
Totally.
You know what? It gets worse. So I'm just looking it up. Also known as the channel rock cod, short spine channel rockfish, or spiny cheek rockfish, blah blah blah. It is sometimes referred to as the idiot fish or idiot cod due to its oversized head and eyes.
That's definitely an insult.
Yeah, nobody likes this poor fish.
Dan, if you could go to the right a little bit. Yeah.
Roger. Say when. I want the jawbone in the left third, eh?
Oddly enough, it doesn't say how long they live here, but it says that they
Something
like to
that,
hang out.
Fabio?
Yeah.
Roger.
Pardon me, sorry. So unfortunately, don't know how long they live, but yes, many rockfish do have long lives.
Deep sea fish, normally they have very long lifespans. They mature very late, normally 10, 20 years to become mature. So that's why it's very, very impactful to
Fish them.
fish the deep water fishes. And I think that's it.
That's it. We're all happy.
We're all happy.
Great.
All right, we can go back to the CTD.
Roger.
Thanks, Dan.
Did you
Our
want
pleasure.
Front row.
Niskins here or no?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah,
we were going to grab a
Niskins.
Niskin.
Oh, what
Oh,
looking
yeah,
out for us.
Niskins.
Yeah,
Sounds
you
really caring tonight.
It's one artist to another.
Pop a couple
Exactly.
Niskins.
A couple?
Why not?
All right.
Can go wide.
What containers do you have for her?
Huh?
What size containers do you have? Because
I don't have any container.
I don't have any containers either.
I'm just joking.
I'll just
I
have to give her
have,
some
I
wet
have
clothes.
like 250, 500 milliliters.
Okay.
How much? Half liter?
Yeah,
Is that good enough?
sure. I guess. Yep, it's gonna have to be
Do you want
So-
skull water or
skull
vertebrae
water.
water?
Yeah.
Skull water.
I think she'd like that. Let's just make an executive decision.
Skull.
water.
Skull.
It's kind of
Skull.
on our way to get, what do you want me
Camera?
to look left?
Yeah, look left.
It's like a craft brewery name. Skull water.
Skull water.
Deep sea skull water.
Yes, we have a very sulfurous brew called Whaleboat.
So it's going to be, we popped 2 already.
Yep,
So number 4. Yeah.
3.
Are you ready, Steph?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Oh, and they are 3,
Pop
2,
the
1.
orange.
3, 2, 1, Niskin.
Okay, just give me a second before you do the
All right.
other one.
Yeah, we can do a second one for fun.
Sorry, one sec. Got my tabs mixed up. Okay, this is the pink one?
The pink
Yeah,
one,
number
number
3.
3.
Okay.
Pop.
3, 2,
Ready.
1, Niskin.
Thanks.
Got 2 left.
Nah,
It's all right.
can I get a position for, oh, you're already on it.
I'm on it.
Thanks, Lynette. That's 038, by the way.
Awesome. 38 and 39.
And 39, yeah.
Roger.
There's a question about why deep sea fish live so long. One theory is slow metabolic rate because it's cold down there and there's not a lot of food. So if you slow your metabolic rate, basically you go through your life cycle more slowly. That's one theory. Maybe it's also really interesting down
Come
there.
right up now,
Coming
Dick.
up.
Isn't there like that funny relationship where pretty much all animals have like the same number of heartbeats in a lifetime?
Looks like a twist in the...
Yeah, there was some theory about that.
Well, it's just that like your heart rate
Oh,
is
it's just
proportional
one.
to your metabolic rate, which is proportional to your lifespan. So it just sort of works out that you have roughly the same number of heartbeats.
I got that position, by the way, Lynette.
All right.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Another one that I found interesting, and this was nominated for an Ig Nobel Prize. Animals all pee for the same amount of time.
They pee?
Really?
Really, you can look this up. It's like 21 seconds. Proportionally.
What?
Yep.
Pee,
On
pee
average.
Yeah.
For
Like,
21 seconds. That's the,
well, like comparatively so. It's an Ig Nobel Prize. I'll look it up for you.
So Dan, what do you think is the best way to get this to the surface? Just
Come up, come up, come up.
connector in the craft, and we have a cinch strap for it, but I think if we get the PVC in the Orion, I don't think the cinch strap is going to do us anything.
okay.
Garage.
I'm gonna get off. Start preparing the lab for those samples.
Okay,
All
Jack.
right,
you.
thanks, Fabio.
Thanks,
Thanks,
guys.
Fabio.
See what do I want to do here. Come around this way. Duster, duster,
Yeah.
duster.
How'd they end up so far apart?
I don't know. You can come down for me.
Coming down.
Pigs are blowing away.
There's so many sea
Oh no!
pigs.
Oh no!
Tornado.
I'll have to come down a bit more. I can't get there. Okay, not good there.
Better.
Touching something here. I don't know what.
I think I was asleep for that one as well. I know all the good stuff happened in the daytime last cruise, but it's okay. I'm making up for it this cruise.
Great question from someone in Ohio. Can the lasers blind an organism? I mean, maybe, but it doesn't seem to affect them. We would expect them to kind of get out of dodge or move if it was causing them discomfort. And they don't seem bothered by it.
Just stunned silence from the fish.
You know, I think all of their emotions are delivered with silence. Stunned silence, happy silence, tax season silence.
You want to put the connector, I don't know. Yeah, go ahead, hand it to me, whatever. Connector's down, right? So
Connectors down makes sense.
Yeah.
Less bend.
Hydroins. Boy, I hope the person who's processing those screen caps likes screen caps.
Let
Okay,
it go.
closed and locked.
It's it actually doesn't matter which way, Dan, because it's got strain relief on it.
Roger. Okay, I'll slide over to the,
Roger.
do you want the strap on here, AJ, or are you happy to hold it in the Orion?
I think we're happy. The Orion's been really solid, and that's a really solid grip.
Yeah. Made it done. Made it all the way with the TBOS, 2-meter TBOS.
Yeah. I think the strap's just going to cause more havoc.
Yeah.
And then this can go, this
Grab
can
that
just be
thing up, Jake, before you lose
Hit.
viz of it.
pinned to the porch.
Oh no! Poof!
It's a crash landing.
I just the sea pigs are just so adorable. Especially when they get booped.
Okay, well, coming out of the mud here. ROV's off bottom. You can just pin it to the Fletcher there.
Got a question here from Romania.
Maybe to the right of the Fletcher so I can keep an eye on the cable.
One moment, we're just getting ready to ascend.
Yeah, pin it. Good. Boop.
Pinned.
Roger. Okay, ROV's off bottom.
That looks great. Thank you.
My pleasure.
So,
Coming up.
Roger.
question from Romania is, what's the most interesting thing we've seen or saw underwater? Which I know we've all had
Do a
an
half
answer to
spin
that
if
over
you want
time,
there,
but
Jake.
Yep.
my vote is for the white smokers. I'd never seen those before, and we saw those yesterday. Those video will be in CTube, and that was hydrothermal venting that's cooler than the Endeavour Ridge. It's 230 degrees Celsius, which is by no means cool, but it is cooler, and just a very different landscape. AJ, what about you?
The Norbit.
Oh, the Norbit's pretty cool.
I love the Norbit. I think it's super cool. That's a ROV mounted multi-beam that's new to Hercules this year, and it's creating some really stunning bathymetric maps for us that, as an engineer who has to find his way around subsea, it's going to be super helpful.
Very good. Anybody else care to chime in of the interesting things they've seen?
The ability to mount an orbit where we can leave it on every dive.
Ooh, that'd be
Before we had to put it on, take it off, put it on, take it off.
Yeah.
So that's what's really new this year.
I see. You were just too lazy to mount it for us. I get it.
Yeah, too lazy ROV pilot. Stand by, the boss is in here.
I'm going to have to say the Orion arm.
I think some of the really cool biology we've seen.
That's a great choice.
Yeah. It's been my highlight.
Everyone's favorite blue water. What's the stringy stuff on our porch?
That's some twine.
Oh, string. How perfect.
Yeah, we use it to secure things to the porch. It's breakable and it's biodegradable.
Also applies to me. I love it.
Yeah.
Breakable and biodegradable.
We could also use you to secure things to the porch.
That breakable would kick in a lot faster, though. I have to say the shark we saw yesterday was pretty cool. It was very fleeting. I wish we could have gotten a picture, but we found a piece of floating styrofoam as we were transiting, and we were like, look at that. And then as we got close to it, it was being investigated by a shark. I think he wanted to bite out of it.
Do you know what kind of shark?
We think it was a blue shark.
Oh.
Yes. But again, it was just like, hey, look, a shark, and the boat's moving.
Oh.
Yeah.
We saw some sharks last year. Barkley might be a better spot to see sharks.
Oh, yeah, it's still on our list.
Sure is.
Sure does.
Sharks and dolphins and fish.
There was dolphins
Oh my.
yesterday.
There were
I
dolphins
didn't-
yesterday? Were
yeah, like right before breakfast, like as soon as I stepped out of the van.
there? Oh, lucky you.
I think Jake saw them, and Jose was out there too, and they were like, "Look, they're swimming away," and I
They do
didn't
that.
see anything.
Ah.
So
I was gonna
I
say
like just missed them. I was pretty bitter about it.
I was going to say, we saw some porpoises, but porpoises are pretty shy.
Oh yeah. I think I remember the porpoises.
Yeah, they're shy,
Yeah.
but
They were pretty small.
yeah. They're very intentional creatures. That's why they're called porpoise.
Ha ha ha. Wow, what a successful dive.
Yeah, we really knocked this one out of the park.
All objectives completed.
Nice.
Not that that doesn't happen.
ROV, are we able to zoom out a bit so we don't get the arms and stuff in the shot? Is that possible?
ROV's off comms for a minute talking to Allison.
Oh, pardon me.
Saying it doesn't feel like we're moving too much right now.
The motion of the ship?
Yeah.
Let's see how much we're moving.
Because, I mean, yesterday we thought we were going to
Scientifically.
get weathered out, and it was pretty good in the end. The sun was out.
We ran away from it.
Oh, okay.
So we moved eastward faster than the weather moved. So that's why we didn't get weathered out yesterday. They had to get one more dive in for us.
I was grateful for the sunshine yesterday.
Yeah, it was
I
nice.
put sunscreen on for the first time in weeks because I was outside.
I was like, I'll burn, I don't care. Here's the heave increasing in the last 12 hours. So we're seeing sort of maximum heave of like 0.4 meters, 0.5 meters.
Wow, what's that big bar at?
Up here we're at 1.35 meters to minus 0.9. So we're seeing 2.5 meter swings in heave.
Bridge nav.
So some folks are asking about...
We're up off the bottom with the ROVs, expecting a recovery time of about 6:30. You're welcome.
Thank you for the zoom in. So one of the viewers was asking about the fin on the whale we saw. Was it like an orca? No, it wasn't like an orca. Looking it up, it could have been a sei whale, perhaps. I have to check with the other folks who have seen, who saw it with me. It could have been a sei whale, but my bet's on a minke whale.
Minky.
Yeah, they do have a very distinctive dorsal, but again, I'll check with my other compatriots who saw it because again, you see it so fleetingly. Yeah, minke is kind of my go-to because it's much more likely than a sei whale. But hey, you know what? Never say never, right?
Right.
Did it have an odor?
An owner? What?
An odor.
No, I don't believe so.
Minke whales are known for their odor,
What do they smell like?
like minke
Minke
whale.
whale?
Minke. Well, actually, now that you say that, I did mention that it smelled fishy for the first time, so maybe they were minke whales.
I did notice that too on the monkey deck.
Yeah, it did smell
Oh,
fishy up there.
interesting.
So maybe it was minkies.
Huh.
Let's look up why minke whales smell. There's a reason. I'm not just making this up. The digestive system composes of 4 compartments with a high density of anaerobic bacteria which digest the food and lead to the awful smell.
Huh.
That's why they've earned the nickname Stinky Minky.
I think it was just too easy of a rhyme. So remember I was telling you about the bladder emptying? So the scientists who found all mammals weighing more than 3 kilograms empty their bladders over about 21 seconds win an award for improbable research, which is the Ig Nobel Prize.
I see.
Nearly all mammals take the same amount of time to urinate. Go figure.
I wonder how many mammals they tested that with.
Pardon?
How many mammals do you think they tested that with?
I don't know. They won a prize for it, though.
Yeah, I'd like to see this research.
Please allow me to send you a link. I cannot wait.
Like, what's the cutoff? At what point do you say, okay, like our study size is large enough? We can say this is
3 kilograms. Were you listening?
statistically significant.
Do we know how long this cable is that's hanging down?
Yes, we do. One moment.
Okay.
It's a 25-meter cable, but we've got it on both ends, so it's going to be down 12.5 meters.
Roger.
Well,
So did you, when you said that the monkey deck smelled, how would you describe the smell? Because we have a description here from the AI looking through the websites on minke whales.
I'm pretty sure we can't trust that AI. I think that's what
It
the
smells
internet has taught us.
Oceany and fishy. Like for the first, like out here, it does not smell like ocean. It just smells like outside. But then on the monkey deck, it was like ocean, fish.
All right, because this is what the AI overview answer to this question is. Some say the smell is like a combination of rotten fish and cow's fart,
No.
Oh,
while
no.
others describe it as blunt and pungent, almost like a taste.
No,
No,
not that
that
strong.
wasn't it. But that was, I agree with Monica. That was exactly how it smelled.
Just like ocean.
Just like ocean, yeah. Which again is, it sounds weird, but it's not a smell that we've been experiencing out here, which is kind of weird to say. Like,
It is weird, but it's because, I mean, likely the smell we associate with ocean comes from the intertidal,
totally,
to which we're not exposed.
right?
What smells like ocean?
Last night when we were on the monkey deck watching the mystery whale, it smelled oceany, like salty, fishy, oceany.
Okay.
Whereas out here, it hasn't smelled oceany yet. It's just smelled like outside. So we were just commenting that
Kind of mostly smells like gray water.
sometimes.
The smells
whatever's
of the
coming from the
Nautilus.
kitchen.
Yeah, the grease trap.
Yeah. Sometimes it smells really good though, like cooking.
Sometimes it smells like cooking. Definitely is going to start smelling like bacon soon.
Yep.
Hey, Monica.
Our bacon alarm.
Yes.
So I was just informed by my Facebook that today is my ROV anniversary.
Oh, your ROV anniversary. What does that
Mazel
mean?
tov, Danny.
For my first time touching a manipulator or touching an ROV in the water
Wow.
to today.
Oh,
It's been 6 years.
congratulations.
Congratulations, Danny. How do we celebrate this achievement?
I don't know. It's kind of a big achievement for me.
I mean, it's Jamie's birthday, but maybe the cake is for you.
I was just gonna say,
Oh yeah, I forgot about
yeah,
Jamie.
a cake. Perfect.
All right, well, forget Jamie's celebrations. We got something more important.
We'll tear down the birthday and we'll write ROV anniversary instead.
Let's just repurpose the birthday sign.
No,
Do we have enough letters? There's no V in happy birthday.
We'll
We
make
can cut
letters.
we can cut them up.
Yeah.
Ruin the birthday sign.
Jamie will
3D
understand.
print, we'll 3D print the birthday sign.
Very good. But still, that's pretty amazing, actually. 6 years. I mean, you're quite a skilled pilot in that time.
Yeah, I've gotten a lot of time on the manipulators and running the Orion on Lukai, and last year coming out with you guys at OMC was probably the highlight of my career, besides this year.
Aw.
So
Better crew this year, I think.
Definitely. I'm out here.
this year's better because I've gotten a lot more time in the pilot seat.
Yeah, this year the shifts have really worked out that all the piloting's been done by you guys.
Yeah.
Was it the reverse last year?
I was definitely more mixed. I
It
don't
was
know
a
if I'd
lot
say it
more
was the
mixed last year,
reverse.
but also I was first time touching the system,
Oh, wow.
so I sat in an Atlanta seat majority of the time.
Your preference is Herc, yeah?
Well, of course, that's
That's the
the
true
job.
piloting.
It's funny hearing the different perspectives on like the ONC cruise versus other cruises because it's so different from what the Nautilus does a lot of the time. So I always feel like the ROV pilots kind of love it because it's interesting and interacting with infrastructure, and then other people hate it because where you like don't look at any well, I shouldn't say we don't look at any biology. We just did a sweet whalebone survey, but often we're just spending a long time doing a connector or a CTD swap. So
So the funny thing about me is I
Or
pretty
looking
much
for a
cut my
mooring.
teeth on this kind of work. The bread and butter of Lukai is doing ACO, which is Aloha Cable Observatory. And this is exactly the same kind of work we do. I mean, a much smaller scale, but this is what I enjoy doing, is the teledyne connectors and plugging in different instruments and building the instruments that go down to the bottom of the ocean. And kind of really cool to be able to come up with something in your mind and put it on paper and then deploy it.
does Lulukai have a tether management system?
Yes.
At like Top Hat?
Yeah, top hat.
Okay, I'm going to want to pick your brain on that later
Yeah, of course.
for potential future ONC operations with P1, which may involve needing to perform maintenance on moorings in close proximity to other moorings. And yeah, I'd like to hear your opinion on a tether management system.
Yeah, of course.
But you can save that conversation for maybe the weather day.
Yeah, we can do that.
Danny, you've got some congratulations from April from TN. I don't know what TN.
Tennessee?
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 Yeah.
Sure.
I love the way the states do their like letter initials. It doesn't seem like there's ever any order to it. Like,
Well, I think Canada swooped some good ones, right? Like we got AB, BC, ON. You know, we scooped some good ones.
I mean,
Is there I don't know, another BC one that we scooped from the U.S.?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't know. I know there's none with Q.
Quebec.
No, sorry, I meant states, but you're right. Quebec, or if you prefer, Quebec.
Quebec.
Quebec. There's a great question actually from Emma, and Emma, I have no idea. It says, who figured out the cetaceans find having their tongues rubbed positively reinforcing, something that you see cetacean trainers doing? No idea. No idea.
What's a cetacean?
Cetacean,
Like a whale?
a whale. Any whale.
Maybe like the Free Willy trainer.
Just decided one day I'm going to stick my hand in that mouth and rub that, you know, just a risk taker set in the bar.
Maybe
Yeah.
Moby
Maybe
Dick
they're
figured
just
it out.
putting their tongues out. And they
Maybe, yeah, just
Yeah,
inviting.
they rub my tongue.
Yeah.
You know, like when a dog rolls over, it's like rub my belly. It's like
Yeah.
didn't take rocket, like, you know, it wasn't rocket science. They just like
I don't know, the dog's belly isn't covered with teeth.
What was the guy's name in
tongues
the book
aren't
Moby
covered
Dick?
with teeth either.
They're surrounded by teeth. Sorry,
Fish
Danny, what's that?
whale?
Well, I was saying, what was the guy's name in the book Moby Dick?
Ahab.
Captain Ahab.
Yeah,
Yeah.
maybe he figured it out.
Or was it Ishmael?
Never read it.
No, what, doesn't it start with "Call me Ishmael"?
Yeah, I mean, that's the narrator is Ishmael and the captain is Ahab.
Yeah.
Ah.
Maybe Captain Ahab figured it out while he was, you know, swallowed.
And the first mate is Starbuck.
That's right. Yes.
That's where the coffee shop gets its name.
Mm-mm.
Really?
Really?
Yep.
Also a character in Battlestar Galactica.
What a legacy.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. For such a random character.
Great question, actually, that might be kind of fun to talk about. And Danny, I'm going to ask you to kick it off because it is your ROV day. Why did you choose to work in this field, and what do you like about it?
I kind of fell into it.
Go
I
on.
love the science. I love the interesting things that the scientists are doing, and like how they can devote their entire life to study one thing, or many things, I should say. But just, and it's always a new problem to solve.
Cool.
You know,
Steph?
I started my career as a marine engineer, working in the engine rooms, and fell in love with the science, so kind of swayed my career over to working with science and got involved with the ROV Hercules, and last year met these wonderful people here on the Nautilus, helped with the overhaul of Hercules. We did a whole new frame rebuild last year, right before this cruise. And it's been going great.
Cool. Thank you for sharing. Steph? I'm lighting your hair on fire with my vision.
Yeah, when I was young, I started working at a marine park, and I befriended a young orca. And
you are reading the Wikipedia page for Free Willy. Good try. Good try. I'm on to you.
I actually told that to someone once, and they were like, "Wow, it sounds like a movie." And I was like, "Yeah, it really does."
Can you
okay.
define befriended?
Sorry?
Can you define befriended? Like, what happened?
It stuck out its tongue. I went for it, and
Oh, that's what kind of day it's gonna be.
sorry. No, I don't know. I just really liked biology when I was younger. I had a good teacher in high school who kind of got me more interested in it. I decided to study it in university without really having a clear path of going towards marine biology. But then I really liked all of the ecology courses I was taking, and I took like an oceanography course and did like I don't know, lake ecology, like limnology. But then I just was kind of fascinated by the ocean, and I wanted to pursue it, so I did.
Cool.
Yeah.
AJ?
Can you repeat the question?
Absolutely. Why did you choose to work in this field, and what do you like about it?
Yeah, I didn't start off in this field. My first job out of school, I studied mechanical engineering in school, just because I was, better at math and science than I was at other subjects, and I found engineering interesting. But my first job at a school was in a gold mine in the Dominican Republic. But then my now wife, partner at the time, was studying in Halifax, so I started looking for jobs in Halifax, and I just randomly fell into a job that did a lot of work in tidal energy and studying the dynamics of different fishing traps and dredging operations, and it required me to go out on boats and instrument the ocean in order to do our studies. And then so I spent 7 years working for that company and got really sort of entrenched in the industry. And then when we moved out west, I was lucky enough to get a job at Ocean Networks Canada, where my skills sort of were relevant because of the instrumentation and fieldwork that I had collected on the East Coast. And yeah, now, once you do something for long enough, you become really passionate about it. I mean, take pride in what you do. So yeah, it's sort of like I never really had all that much interest in the ocean growing up. I grew up in Ontario. There's not a lot of ocean. Probably found the ocean yucky as a kid. I was more of like an indoor kid. But yeah, just working in it for a long time, you just fall in love with it. No, I couldn't imagine living anywhere except for on the ocean.
Thank you.
You know, I'm the same way with that, AJ. I grew up away from the ocean, never thought I'd be working on it. Now I can't get away.
Yeah, funny how that is.
I live in Hawaii, and I'm the one person that's like, I'd rather be inside.
I definitely still have indoor days, that's for sure. My wife doesn't get that. Just, let's go to the beach, let's go do something. It's like, I'm going to sit in the shade.
I'll go work on my computer.
You know what they say, opposites attract.
Yeah.
How about you, Lynette?
How I got into this job?
Yeah, and how do you like it?
Yeah, so oh boy, where to begin? I actually was looking at grad schools when I was still in undergrad. I was in undergrad for art. And I went to Halifax to look at an art and design school there. It was right on...
NASCAD, what's it called?
Yeah,
yeah,
that's
nice.
the one. And it's right on the water, like, and so I was there, like, meeting some people, checking out the school, and there was a tall ship festival while I happened to be visiting, and I didn't know anything about that world, and went down to the ships and toured some of the ships, talked to some of the crew, like learned that like a lot of them have sail training programs, like you can go out, they'll teach you how to sail. A lot of them hire their trainees as deckhands, and I was like, that sounds amazing. Didn't do anything with that for a few years, but eventually found my way onto tall ships and started working on those as a deckhand.
Cool.
And just really loved being on the water. I think one of my favorite things is like that it's such a unique opportunity to travel and visit places that you would otherwise maybe not get to, kind of remote and unique locations. Yeah, and then I did not go to grad school for art. I
Got poached.
I ended up going to grad school for computer science and ocean engineering as a way. So the goal of that was to be able to continue working on ships, just in a sort of different capacity. So here I am.
Very cool. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah.
That is cool. Also, shout out to the Halifax Tall Ships Festival. I mean, when those tall ships come to town, it's such an awesome time to be in Halifax. So
Yeah,
definitely if you're planning on going to Halifax, like look at the schedule, because if you can somehow line that up, it's awesome. It's just incredible.
Yeah, it was amazing, and it was just like such a coincidence. Like it just, I didn't know anything about it. It just happened to be there at the time I was there.
I think they call that kismet.
Yeah, what do you think you'd be doing if that hadn't? Like,
Yeah, what if it
festival
was like,
hadn't been
what if it was like
happening?
a, what if it was like a drag, like a car race festival or something while you're in Halifax that
I
day?
don't think I would have been as into it.
No? You don't think you'd be like in the pit crew right now?
I could see Lynette in a
Probably
pit
not.
crew.
Yeah, so could I.
Yeah, and I say that in the nicest way. How about you, Ashley?
Yeah, always have loved being underwater and scuba diving, and kind of like Steph, just ended up taking classes in college that aligned with those interests in environmental studies without having a clear idea of what I wanted to do, and yeah, ended up in marine science and cinematography. And I guess this specific gig, what I like most about it is just the idea of helping scientists document new species and discoveries.
Very cool. Who we got in the front row? Dan, how about you? How'd you get into this line of work and what keeps you here?
He is off headset.
Oh, okay. Well, that's no worries.
What about you, Monica?
What about me?
Yeah, your turn.
Oh, well, I have always loved the ocean, and I didn't actually see myself working in ocean science specifically. I wanted to be a classroom teacher because I was working a very depressing job, and the only highlight of my week was working or volunteering as a Girl Guide leader. And I was like, oh, maybe I could get paid to do this. And so went for teaching and then realized that there's so much more about communicating knowledge that doesn't fall under like traditional teaching. And what draws me to this is the cool factor. Like I want to show people things. I don't like to squirrel things away. It's like, here, look at this. Here, hold this. Hey, did you see that? So I don't know. Hiking with me is probably a bit of a spectator sport. It's like, hey, over there. Hey, look at that. Hey, have you seen that? So you have to decide if you like that or not. But for me, it's just, I just want to show the people how cool the world is and give voice to scientists. And, you know, like, what is that in our camera right now? That is amazing. Some sort of wiggly, wormy thing. Like, that's awesome. That in Supermodel just didn't pan out. I did submit all my applications, but nobody wrote back. Yeah.
If anyone listening is thinking about getting involved with the Nautilus and applying to the internship, or one of the internships, I would say definitely apply. And if you don't get accepted, apply again, because a lot of people, myself included, got involved with the Nautilus via the internship, and I know sometimes it takes a couple of application rounds, and I think they definitely appreciate persistence at OET.
That's a great piece of advice. You know, if you get turned down for something, apply again.
Mm-hmm.
And I do see some folks noting that the transmission is a little bit glitchy. Apologies, most likely due to the incoming weather. But we'll do what we can to make it better. And we appreciate your alert.
Should be on shore soon, or back on deck.
I hope we're not on shore soon. That would be a surprise.
Back on deck soon anyway.
Yeah. How's the how's our swell graph, AJ? Is it getting sweller?
Yeah, you stole the obvious joke there. It's swell.
It's swell. Well, if it's obvious, I didn't steal it.
Yeah, definitely getting sweller.
Yeah, it's like a sideways Christmas tree.
We're getting there. We're seeing a peak of about, what is that, 1.46 meters to negative 1.4 meters.
About
That's
3
like
meters.
3 meter peak to peak.
Huh.
Bigger than it was last check.
That'll get your attention.
Bit of a roller coaster.
Doesn't feel too bad in here
No,
though.
it's actually not so bad.
Yeah. I think we all just have sea legs.
Ship's in a good heading.
Yeah.
We've got our sea legs.
Yeah.
Thank goodness for sea legs.
Yeah, I know my sea legs have kicked in when I'm in the cabin and my stuff's pitching everywhere. I'm like, look at that. I'm like,
Yeah.
okay, maybe I should secure some of this stuff.
There was, when we were in some bad weather earlier, and I wasn't too bothered by it. I was brushing my teeth in the sink, and like, you don't even notice the movement of the ship, but you see like the stream from the water tap going like side to side across the drain. And you're like, oh, I guess we are really rocking and rolling here.
Yep.
I kind of want to see what happens. Like, I think I find usually if we have really good weather right at the end of the cruise, I don't end up with any dock rock.
Right.
But
Oh,
I kind of want
nice.
to see like if it's really, I kind of want it to be really bad before we come in. See how long my dock rock lasts.
I see. I do not wish to
don't.
participate in your study.
Yeah,
It's not,
Same.
I mean, it's not like seasickness. Like, you don't actually, I don't know, I didn't actually get sick from it. It was like
I
a
don't-
novelty dizziness.
I don't feel great with
I
Dock
don't
Rock.
want
Why
novelty
is
dizziness.
auto heading on Avalon?
Fine, whatever.
Yeah. Well, last time I had it, the only time it got me was when I closed my eyes, which of course I do when I'm sleeping, so lying down, totally
Yeah.
safe, and in the shower, rinsing, less safe, definitely fell down. You're like, oh, I'm Sophie and fallen. Oh no, I want to die with more dignity. Turns out I recovered just fine.
So which one of us weren't paying attention? Okay.
Oh,
Slow the wrench down.
Oh goodness, we're almost at the surface. AJ, what's the square red graph? No, the square one. Yeah, there you go. Yep. Oh. Rack room temperature. Yes. Yeah, I was going to say that's pretty regular. Yeah. We should see how many people we can get in there before it changes.
what's that?
The rack room, where all the electronics are, you got to keep it at a nice cool temperature.
Mm.
Electronics are fuzzy.
Why would we want to do that?
Just to make the graph look interesting.
Just to make Justin sweat?
Yeah, I think the AC can AC versus 20 scientists. Also, I think we crashed into a fish. It's a lot of glitter there. Oh, squid.
Hey, Lynette, did we provide you with like a multi-beam route for this weather period? Are we going to be multi-beaming, I guess, is my main question.
That's a great question. I think that's TBD.
Yeah,
Based-
Megan was saying depending on the swells, we may or may not.
Oh.
Yeah, we have like some polygons, like some areas that were identified as potential multi-beam areas, but I don't think we've made a decision on that.
Is there like usually a hard cutoff for that, Lynette? Or does it totally depend?
I think it kind of depends. I mean, obviously, like the more swell and pitch that we have, the data doesn't look as good. Sometimes we can adjust the heading of the ship and kind of make it a little bit better. But I don't think there's not really a hard cutoff.
Okay, just wondering.
Yeah.
Yeah, Cassie was mentioning that, like if we go kind of, if the swell's like too big, then it'll just be like a spray and the data's not very useful for us.
Yeah, you get like a bunch of bubbles washing down under the hull, which is where the multi-beam is, and instead of the sound pulse traveling all the way to the seafloor, it just sort of like rattles around in the bubbles. You just get like a lot of noise.
Yeah.
So a question here. If a giant squid were stalking Herc, sneaking up behind, do you have a rear view cam so you can see and save him from squidly doom? Herc has a number of cameras, including butt cam. And butt cam is generally used to keep an eye on his tether and what's going on behind him. But I guess if there was a sneaky squid, you'd see him. But probably more likely is you'd catch a giant squid in the sonar first. Or in the Atalanta view, we'd be like, hey, there's a giant looming beast. So all of those things would contribute to us protecting Herc, but also probably us going right at the giant squid, because that would be pretty cool.
Yeah, that would be a highlight for sure.
Definitely. Plus, I also got to say butt cam. But yeah, Herc has a number of cams, including bubble cam and a camera for the drawers. And so we only broadcast kind of the best ones. But yeah, the ROV pilots have eyes all over their machine.
You saying it's cold in here tonight?
Extra cold.
Yeah, I'm wearing 2 sweaters.
I wore 2 pairs of pants this morning, luckily. I was just like, I have a feeling.
And that feeling is cold.
I've never not worn 2 pairs of pants in this room.
Fair, fair.
I got my sandals on. It's balmy in here. Jeez.
Disagree, respectfully.
I feel like our office should be divided by temperate zones. Like they put us in teams, which makes sense, but I like temperate zones. Lynette,
Yeah.
what did you do as a deckhand on a tall ship? Did you get to be like a pirate? Climb the rigging, rope the mizzenmast?
Yeah.
Please, may I have some more details? I feel like I mangled a bunch of nautical things together to make that sentence.
Yeah, so we were essentially, I mean, our main duty, I guess, was setting sail, adjusting sail. So we had to climb up the mast and go out on the yard arms and prepare sails, and then pulling a lot of lines on deck and securing them, and then just doing like a lot of maintenance type work as well. A lot of rope work and sanding and
Sanding?
varnishing and things like that.
Just because the sea takes its toll?
Yeah, yep. Always a lot of work to be done on deck. Yep.
And what are the accommodations like? Do you sleep in hammocks? Or did you?
On one of the ships, most people slept in hammocks. Some people had bunks. Mostly it was bunks. And mostly like a big room with like maybe 10 or 15 bunks in it.
Huh. Cool.
Yeah.
So I take it you're not afraid of heights?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, not to the point where I didn't do it. I enjoyed it. It was fun. It was exciting.
I see.
Yeah.
I'm not sure that that's the adjective I would choose, but I like that it's the one you chose. Victoria does have a Tall Ships Festival as well, but I don't know how it compares to the one in Halifax, having never been.
When is Victoria's Tall Ship Festival?
I have no idea. Summer. Also on that note, I'm going to politely step off comms, so thank you everybody for their comments and suggestions and questions, but we're nearing that last 200 meters, so we want to give our pilots lots of room to concentrate and get Herc back on the ship, especially given our weather. So thanks very much, and look forward to connecting later. I think we'll possibly dive on Monday, AJ? Yep, Monday. Monday we most likely will have a dive, and again, social media is the best place to follow along to see dive alerts and when we're going to be in the water again. So hopefully we won't be weathered out too long, and at the very least, we'll see you around Monday. Thank you.
Okay, Danny, roger, I'll stop 50.
Deck control, all stop 50 meters.
Back deck copies, all stop 50 meters. Bridge, back deck, permission to go ahead and recover the ROVs. Charlie to recover ROVs. You copy. Control deck, Hercules has just popped up to the port of the A-frame.
Roger.
Atalanta's bucking. Yep. That's where it gets interesting. With the current that way, you can see the boat thrusting into it as well. I was pinned lateral left the whole way, and we sped it up also, so still didn't make it. Close enough though. Where it gets dicey is when the tether gets hitting the A-frame there, it gets caught around right at the bottom, right on the deck there, at the bottom of the A-frame cleats. It gets around that thing and narfs a hole in the tether. The boat's working harder to hold it sideways than it is forward. Usually the jet pump's out the back. Which is strange in this wind. Wind and swells. I don't quite get it. There it goes out the back now, but it goes back and forth, right? So you see it jet out the side for a while, jet out the back for a while, jet out the side for a while. I like to go a little faster in the weather because I don't trust it seems counterintuitive, but it's steady, kind of steady as she goes thing. If you're doing 0.3, a wave will stop the boat, right? Won't stop it, but it will slow it. And the jet pump's all wonky then. Still wonky. Should be thrusting forward the whole time. No, I still gave her the beans there while we were bringing Atalanta on to hold it off the back of the boat. And after that, I'm just holding lateral. Roger, but it's kind of a losing battle. Doesn't matter if once they have it on the crane, once they get the daisy chain off. And we get slack in the tether there, then you can be as far out as you want. Crane will keep the slack in the tether. Fish on. Can you show me the boat there in a second? I forget what its heading is. Thank you.
Control deck, we have Hercules 10 meters from the transom.
Roger.
I'm like full ahead now. So
Control deck, Hercules is past the transom.
Roger.
boat's trying to run over me now. Right when the big one comes. Ooh, that'd be some good pictures. Lots of white water.
Control deck, Hercules is out of the water.
Roger that.
Power secure.
Deck control, power is secure.